ERi-TV with English news broadcast. Dear viewers, hello and thank you for joining us. Reporting our domestic and international news for Friday the 24th of January and inviting you to stay with us is Heaven Johans, your news anchor for this session. Let's begin with the major headlines. Regular meeting of Gash Barka Regional Assembly. Sixth regular meeting of the National Confederation of Eritrean Workers. Extreme weather disrupts schooling for nearly 215 million students. And Russia to open 3 more embassies in Africa. In our domestic news, the Gash Barka Region Assembly held its 22nd regular meeting on the 23rd of January in Barantu. During the meeting, the Assembly expressed its readiness to strengthen the role of its members in implementing the programs planned for the year 2025. Highlighting readiness to play a due role in the execution of the recommendations that were adopted in previous meetings, Mr. Usman Mohammed Ali, chairman of the Assembly, emphasized the importance of enhancing members' participation in the implementation of the development programs. These include boosting efforts in economic development, social services, cultural initiatives, and other committee activities. The participants reviewed the achievements and challenges encountered during the implementation of the 2024 programs and adopted several recommendations for improvement. Ambassador Mahmoud Ali Hurui, governor of the region, urged Assembly members to play a leading role in the execution of regional programs. He also stressed the importance of expanding social service institutions, raising public awareness, and encouraging community engagement in soil and water conservation activities. The National Confederation of Eritrean Workers held its 6th regular meeting on the 23rd of January in Massawa under the theme Always Ready for Development. During the meeting, extensive discussions were held on the activity report presented by Mr. Kibrab Kidane, Deputy General Secretary of the Confederation. An action plan for the year 2025 was also adopted. According to the report, the Confederation organized over 200 seminars and meetings focusing on the role of workers in nation building, Eritrea's human and natural resources, the importance of strengthening workers' organizations, and the history and participation of Eritrean workers in the national struggle and resilience. On women's issues, the report noted that training on labor and workplace matters was conducted in the central and Sabah, northern and southern Red Sea regions. Vocational training was also provided to about 100 youth from the northern and southern Red Sea regions in collaboration with the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare. Additionally, over 700 workers received trainings in handcrafts, tourism, computer technology, networking, poultry farming, and beekeeping at the Massawa Vocational Training Center. In terms of foreign relations, the Confederation participated in various conferences and meetings, both in person and virtually. It also held discussions with representatives of various associations and continues to work on establishing new partnerships. In another news, the Arberobu dam, constructed at a cost of approximately 5 million Nafa, was inaugurated on the 23rd of January by General Philip Oswald Johannes, Chief of Staff of the Eritrean Defense Forces. The dam, with a capacity to hold over 120,000 cubic meters of water, was built through the collaboration of the Ministry of Agriculture, the Central Region Administration, Adihalo Projects, and members of the Defense Forces. In addition to providing potable water for humans and livestock, the dam is expected to significantly contribute to vegetable and fruit farming in the area. Highlighting the government's commitment in building macro and micro dams to boost agriculture production, Mr. Zerit Toldebrhan, Managing Director of the Central Region, cited the construction of dams in Gul'i, Tama'mi'o, Afdayu and Addik'e, as well as ongoing projects in Dirfo and Ad Hawasha as examples of these efforts. Mr. Mahari Johannes, administrator of Galanov Hisab Zone, and Priest Desala Garbanegus, administrator of the Arberobu administrative area, emphasized the dump's role in improving the socio-economic status of residents. The commander of the defense forces involved in the project commended all the participants in the dump's construction and called for proactive measures to address potential challenges and similar future programs. The Arberobu administrative area is located approximately 11 kilometers east of Asmara. This wraps up our domestic news for this session. Dear viewers, we'll be back with the international ones after the short break. Welcome back. At least 242 million students had their education disrupted in 2024 because of heat waves, hurricanes, floods, and other extreme weather events, the United Nations Children's Fund has stated. Heat waves were the most disruptive climate event, with Bangladesh, the Philippines, and Cambodia experiencing widespread school closures and reduced schooling hours, UNICEF said in a report released on Friday. In total, 85 countries experienced climate-related school disruptions, including 20 countries that saw disruptions nationwide. Of the nearly 250 million students affected, 74% were from middle and low-income countries. South Asia was the worst affected region, with about 130 million students facing climate-related upheaval, followed by East Asia and the Pacific, according to UNICEF. Global temperatures hit an all-time high in 2024, with the Earth's average surface temperature rising 1.55 degrees Celsius above the 1850 up to 1900 average, according to the World Meteorological Organization. In today's final report, Russia is set to expand its diplomatic relations in Africa with the establishment of embassies in Niger, Sierra Leone, and South Sudan, Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova announced it during a briefing on Tuesday. The Foreign Ministry spokesperson stated that the relevant government decrees had been issued at the end of December and that the official opening of these diplomatic missions is planned in the near future. Highlighting the recent expansion of Russian embassies in Africa, the spokeswoman noted that diplomatic missions were established in Burkina Faso and Equatorial Guinea in 2023. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov announced in November that preparations are underway to reopen the Russian embassy in Niamey, the capital of Niger. The facility is expected to resume operations soon, as discussed during Lavrov's meeting with Nigerian Foreign Minister Bakary Yu. The diplomatic, economic, military and security relations of Russia and the African countries has been said to improve, most notably in the recent past. With this, we conclude our news for this session. Dear viewers, time for a quick recap of the major headlines. Regular meeting of Gash Barka Region Assembly. 6th regular meeting of the National Confederation of Eritrean Workers. Extreme weather disrupts schooling for nearly 250 million students. And Russia to open 3 more embassies in Africa. This was World on Friday with ERi-TV English news broadcast. Dear viewers, thank you for joining and have a good weekend.